guys, are going everywhere. How the heck do you even know where you are?
I try to keep track of it. That's why I was just a bit curious where it was from here.
Yeah. I mean, it's close. It's like towards our airport.
All right.
But our airport is outside of the city, which is really unusual for most cities. But
but ours is also like it's at least 45 minutes by car to the airport.
Now you're from Sweden, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How different is Sweden from the United States? I have some students sometimes who come from Sweden, and they have a really different attitude about the United States and how violent we are.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is. In some ways, it's of course very different from Sweden, but in some ways it's very similar. I mean, it's very difficult to just say America is one country is so huge, you have all different kinds of people and nature and whatever, so it's I don't really know anymore. It's just I travel all over the world all the time, and in the end, you have all different cultures, but in the end, it's people are still pretty much the same wherever you go.
Yeah.
Especially metalheads, they come from the same thing, that's what unites everybody. So.
That's kind of the cool thing about our community, right?
Yeah. I like that. Just wherever you go in the world, you can meet friends and you have the same kind of
absolutely.
things.
I saw some things on the Instagram. Did you get to go to the hockey game the other night in Boston?
Yeah.
Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
How did you like that?
That was cool. It was cool. I mean, we were invited to go see the games. We had a few tickets, and I like hockey. Yeah. So it's just fun to see my first NHL game. So it's
really?
I don't really have a favorite team over here. I just enjoy hockey in general.
Yeah.
So, which is a good time.
Will you watch the Winter Olympics if you have a chance? Will you get into that at all?
Well, I would if I could, but no, when we're on tour, it's not very much
kind of hard
to catch that.
Yeah, sure.
But if I'm at home, I'll probably watch some of the sports at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was listening to Jose Mangan the other night, and he had Brian Slagle on.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, in some ways your boss, right?
Yeah,
in some
pretty much
kind of strange way in rock and roll, right? And he was talking about drinking. Is it Underberg? Is that how you say it? Okay. Yeah. And he didn't seem to like it very much.
No, he's getting there.
He's getting there.
It takes a few. He's maybe it's not his favorite, but I think we'll.
Tell me about this stuff. Is it like a digestive?
Yeah, it's a digestive bitter kind of thing. It's very similar to Jägermeister basically, but it's just much less sugar. So it's a bit more tricky to get into. But once you get hooked, you're hooked for life.
Okay.
We made both Enslaved and Skeleton Witch just drink that stuff. And they love it now. They just want to ask us if we have more. Do you have more? Do you have more?
That's pretty awesome. Now, were you indoctrinating Monty Pittman? Were you with Monty Pittman too, on that? Cause he had Monty Pittman on there.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't know if Monty was with him. He's the guitar player for Madonna, and he's putting out a new album on.
If he was drinking it.
Okay. So this is your 9th album. Is that ever kind of surreal for you that you've made it to 9 albums?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just the thing when we started. Was like 20 years ago. And of course, time flies. But when we started, we thought like if we still played when we were 30, that would be like crazy. That's what we thought back then. And now we're close to 40 instead, and we're still going. It gets bigger and bigger all the time. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's tricky. If someone gonna ask me what I think about the future, I would say I have no idea because you just don't know what's gonna happen.
You guys talk a lot about kind of really pushing yourselves on this record, and with each one you kind of go in with no specific formula.
Yeah. When
you write, how do you do that?
I don't know, but that's how we always done it in the past. We play whatever we like. Of course we have focus and goals we want to achieve, but we don't have like a master plan of this album gonna sound this or that. It's just more like we do new songs that we like, and I guess there's always a little bit of difference from the last one, maybe a little bit upgrade because you have new influences and or maybe you have some new techniques you can use. But I mean, we just go with whatever we have. Of course, you had sometimes for this album, for example, we said like let's like in the past we didn't want to. If I had a riff that was too similar to something where people would actually see, I can see that's probably they got that from Maiden thing, you know. It sounds very much like that. Then we would kind of skip that or try to remake it just so people wouldn't be able to tell. But this time we said just whatever comes up, if it's good or bad or whatever.
Yeah.
If not if it's bad, of course. But if it's good,
Sure.
we will take it. We don't care what if someone that says it's similar to this or that, you know.
When does your input typically come into play in the songwriting process?
I'm not really. I don't take part so much in this songwriting process. It's more or less when I put the bass to the song, you know. I listen to what the guitar player is doing, and then I put
go from there.
my input into that, and then if they sometimes because it's mainly our two guitar players, Johan and Ollie, who writes all the riffs, and sometimes they have a specific part for me to play that they have in their head, but sometimes it's just me doing my stuff. And also if you come to the studio, maybe the producer has some ideas too. So it's
okay. Now, you know, obviously the big part of the band is being mired in Norse mythology. And has there ever come a point where you guys said, you know, let's take a break from this. Let's just blow everybody's minds and let's just do something. I mean, besides, you know, some of the covers that you've done and so forth, or writing in the style of which you have done. Have you ever said, you know, let's do an album that's not mythology? Has that conversation ever happened?
The idea has actually popped up many times, but of course it's more or less when maybe you're drunk, you drink, and you read all these reviews. If you've seen one Amon Amarth cover, you've seen them all. If you heard one song, you heard it all. And we tried to do something different, and it was still at the same. So sometimes we really would like to do something completely crazy, just to see what people think, because I'm pretty sure they would not like it very much if we stepped out of our little Viking highway. So.
But you know, I mean, I guess it's the philosophy. You know, if it's not broken, don't.
That's pretty much what we do. I mean, all my favorite bands, you know, they stay pretty much true to their sound, like Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Motorhead. You know, they do their thing, and I kind of see us in the same style. You know, we try to do that. We just try to make it perfect. You know, just polish it every time, add a little bit without going too far outside.
We have a lot to draw from.
You know, I mean, there's still. I mean, people say, you know, you might run out of ideas, but you can always come up with cool stuff. There's plenty of cool things still to do.
When did you guys come up with the concept for the Father of the Wolf video?
Well, I mean, we needed a video, of course, and the record label and everybody was on our backs. You know, let's do a video, and we wanted to do the Father of the Wolf song. And I mean, the idea is taken from the lyrics, more or less, you know. And then we have the producers of the movie part of the film. You know, we send them all the info about, you know, the story behind it and everything. And then they came up with the storyline of the thing. So I mean, it's just it just comes from the song. We decided to do a video of that song.
It's pretty epic, though. I mean, it's pretty grand.
You know, that was kind of the idea. You know, let's do something more than just a basic video. Let's add something before, you know, make it different and more epic, you know. So it's cool to try.
So what goes on after this tour? Where are you headed?
Well, straight after this tour, we go to Australia to do the Soundwave Festival, a couple of weeks, and then we'll go back home from there. Have like a month off, and then it's off touring again. We're doing some more in Europe, Eastern Europe, and then we'll go over straight from there to South America.
Wow. And
then back to Europe again to do the summer festivals and some shows around that. And then probably back over here for the autumn. We have to do Canada and a lot of towns and places where we haven't been able to do yet. So we have pretty much the whole year just full of touring.
Busy. Do you do any writing on the road? Do you have the chance to do any of that stuff, or you even try?
Nah, usually we don't do very much of that.
Yeah.
So, you know, if there's an idea that we come up with, we'll save it, of course. But we don't really, like some bands, they write a lot on tour. You know, they can be on tour and they can come back home from the tour with like a big bag full of riffs and ideas.
Yeah.
So we don't really do that. We focus on one thing at a time. So right now it's touring and stuff. But of course you start talking about maybe next album, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, you throw them around.
When you have that month off, when you like right when you come home, are you just like, man, I am just gonna sleep for like a week?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't really, when we get back home, we don't really go out to the pub or to a show at home, or we don't even meet each other. You know,
you spend enough time with each other, I think.
We live together like half the year anyway, so as soon as you get back home, you try to disconnect all the touring life and do your other hobbies.
Yeah.
So, you know, try to.
It's pretty amazing though that you've been able to spend basically 20 years together, you know, and remain friends and keep that relationship. It's a testament, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not all bands can do that.
No.
I think we're lucky. Just the personalities we have within the band. Everybody's pretty much easygoing, and also over the years, all the experience we have, you know, we know how to handle things like that. You know, if you're in a bad mood, sometimes, you know, you just know, don't even go there.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
You know how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on Deceiver the Gods. Awesome record.
Thank you.
Looking forward to see you in a smaller setting than Mayhem tonight.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't fit the ship.
No, I was like, they're coming to Smalls. They are not bringing the ship. Yeah. There is no way. But definitely, you know, cool to see you in a more intimate setting.
Yeah, and be able to play more songs.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't see you enough at Mayhem. So
Mayhem was such a short set.
Yeah.
It was really fun to come back here and now start playing more of the new songs, and the audience seems to really enjoy all of the new songs we play.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great package to bring Skeleton Witch and Enslaved. It's an awesome tour.
It's two bands we love ourselves. I mean, we're really happy about this package, and I mean, all the shows up until now have been amazing. So I think the audience really enjoyed these too.
This place is packed to the rafters.
Yeah.
There's guys out there offering $300 for a ticket, so it's good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, cool.